let's try to answer the question. I hope you're still here in the live stream. I see that I have 2 viewers, but yeah, let's try to get some techno going on here to try to write techno melodies. Okay, let's bring a kick and let's see, FPC. I have a bunch of kicks here that I do like from a pack that I have. So let's go with minimal kick. Let's go with this one. Magenta, I guess. Yeah, this one here. Let's add a kick here. Usually it takes me, so I usually took whenever, or I usually see it this way, whenever I'm creating techno, I usually start with a kick, then I create some type of bass. One thing that I'm really enjoying lately for basses is Harmor. They have some really cool dope basses. So let's go here with this one, maybe this one here, see? This is very loud. Okay, let's do a rolling bass. Something like that, and of course we have to lower the volume here. Let's do something like that just to give a little bit of a difference. Oops, let's make the BPM a little bit slower. Okay, then I will probably go ahead and bring some hi-hats. Let's see, some hi-hats. Let's go with the 808s. Let's go clean cut. 808 tape. Where are you? This one. Or maybe this one here. Yeah, that one sounds good. Okay, so now since I have a bass for my track, I usually do, whenever I'm doing melodies, I kind of do, it can be different things. So I can create some effects to work as melodies, and or I can also do some type of call and response. So the one thing that I like to do is, for instance, let's say that I bring here some synth. Let's go, what can I add here? I think, yeah, I downloaded this one, Search. Sounds really cool. And it's free, so there's a bunch of stuff here. Let's go with some plugs. Let's see what we have here. I don't think that sounds very techno. Maybe this one. So one thing that we can do is do more, I did F. We can do something more like a percussive. That really works in techno. Let's make this a little bit slower. I mean, less volume. So I would say stuff like this really works when I'm making techno and I'm trying to get some melodies going on. So it's to have a foundation, and for this I like to do more percussive stuff. You know, techno really goes into repetition, and the more repetition you have, the better, I would say, in techno. And of course you want to add some release, some breaks to that repetition, but it's very repetitive. It's always kind of the same loop going on and on, but with some differences to break the tension. So this would be one way to add these more kind of percussive elements to it. Then the next part would be to create some different melodies on top of this. And for that, I would create, for instance, 8 bars of the main track. and then I would go ahead and bring here some synths like this. And I would start with, let's bring this search. I really enjoy this this plugin. And let's say, let's go with some lead. Let's see if we find something here that sounds techno. Okay, maybe this one. And one thing that I would do, for instance, is to add, let's go higher. And I could do something like, I think it was D. Let's see. D sharp. D sharp here. So this would be my first element of a melody. And for instance, in the second part, I would start lower, or maybe start here and then go up. So we have a beginning and then another part here. Something like that. Let's bring the volume a little bit down. And then I would put something in the middle of these two. So this would be my call, and then I would have a response. And my response could be another instrument. And let's bring another lead. Let's go maybe here. Okay, could be something like this. And could be something here in the middle like this. Only just a single note. And in this one could be D sharp, and then go F, and then go down. Let's see if this sounds good. Maybe a little bit shorter. Let's see. Something like this. I would have a synth doing some type of call, and then we would have a response. You know, this could be one way to do techno melodies. And this is usually how I do my techno tracks. I usually start with synths to get a more kind of percussive vibe to the track, to get the rhythm going. And then whenever I want to make more complex melodies, I will go to different synths and load a bunch of synths, and then try to do this kind of question and answer, or something like that, or question and reply in terms of different synths. So having a communication or having some kind of message with synths. So you go, and one thing that I did in one of my last techno tracks, you can also check in the channel. I did some videos for techno when I do techno from start to finish. And for instance, I started the first beat of the track. I had only one note, and then on the 8th beat of the track, or I think it was in the 4th beat, I added 2 notes, and then 4 notes, and then I had like an arpeggio at the end. So this was kind of like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this was my melody, you know, and it was spaced out in probably 32 bars. But you can also do something like this, where you have just 2 synths, and they are kind of talking with each other, like, hey, I'm saying one thing, and then the other one is saying another thing, and the other one is saying another thing, and you have this kind of relationship between the synths. That's a good way for me to make my techno melodies, and the way I like to make my techno melodies. And so I hope that answered the question, and I hope that gave you some good tips on it. I think it was a little bit fast, like 10 minutes, but hopefully it helps. Thanks for the question.